This story made me really, really angry because these two National Guardsmen, that were shot at, they're just doing their job. Like they're members of the military doing their job, and someone just takes fire at them. It's like, why? Like why? Like what? Was it an act of terror or something like that? I can't think of why else you would do this. Like I just, it's really, really annoying because like these people, they're just going to work. Like ultimately, yes, I suppose they represent the country because they're members of the military, but they're normal people. They've got families. It's not fair.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for watching. John Dickerson and Maurice Dubois are off tonight. I'm Jerika Duncan. On the eve of a national holiday, we begin with a national tragedy. Two members of the West Virginia National Guard on crime-fighting duty in Washington, D.C. were shot and critically wounded today. They
Oh
were
my
ambushed
God.
just blocks away from the White House. CBS
Whoa.
News captured the immediate aftermath of the shooting right there. A suspect was wounded and taken into custody and is now in the hospital. President Trump in Florida for Thanksgiving posted that the shooter will, quote, pay a very steep price. He's ordering 500 more National Guard troops into Washington, D.C. Homeland Security and Justice correspondent Nicole Sganga is following the very latest with this investigation. Nicole, good evening.
Good evening, Jerika. The shooting took place just 2 blocks north of the White House while the president was in Florida to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday. U.S. officials tell CBS News this was a targeted attack.
Mate, like, because he was so close to the White House, you could argue that maybe he was trying to get to the White House, to do what.
A horrific scene in broad daylight in downtown Washington this afternoon. 2 National Guard members lying on the ground, shot in what officials describe as an ambush-style attack. Cell phone video shot from above show the moments just after the shooting happened, with first responders on the scene immediately.
The suspect came around the corner, raised his arm with a firearm and discharged it at the National Guard members. The National Guard members, there were other members that were in the area. They were able to, after some back and forth, able to subdue the individual and bring him into custody.
Law enforcement sources say there were 10 to 15 shots fired. The suspect was shot 4 times and remains in critical condition. The 2 Guard members, also in critical condition, were part of the West Virginia National Guard, the governor said. Our prayers are with these brave service members, their families, and the entire Guard community. President Trump called the suspect an animal who will pay a steep price. And according to Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, called for 500 more National Guard members to be deployed inside the city.
I mean, if you're a National Guardman, like right now, you're probably scared. You're thinking, gosh, am I next?
That will only stiffen our resolve. We will never back down. We will secure our capital. We will secure our cities. In fact, this happened just steps away from the White House. It will not stand.
Over 2,100 National Guard members have been on duty in Washington since the president ordered the deployment in August.
Please send your prayers to those brave warriors who are in critical condition and their families. They are here serving our country. They are here protecting everyday Americans and citizens around the world in our nation's capital. They are the heroes of this day.
Super scary. It's just like, why do these things happen? Like, why? Hopefully the guy survives just so that we can understand the motive behind it. If it's part of like a larger attack.
Tonight, law enforcement officials say they still don't have a motive for the shooting. The suspect can be seen here being loaded into an ambulance. And at this time, U.S. officials say there's no indication that any other suspects were involved. Jerika?
Yeah, still so much to learn.
News update as we come on the air at 11 o'clock tonight. One of the National Guardsmen shot in an ambush in D.C.
Oh, no.
President Trump saying 20-year-old Sarah
Oh,
Beckstrom has
man.
passed away from her injuries. Right now, the other Guardsman, 24-year-old Andrew Wolf, is still in critical condition tonight.
Oh, man, that is awful. That is awful. She was just there doing her duty, doing her job, killed in cold blood. This is just wrong.
Beckstrom and Wolf, the 2 National Guard troops who were shot in D.C. yesterday. We have just learned also both of their orders in Washington had been set to expire. Hearing this message on social media tonight saying, quote, "My baby girl has passed to glory. If I don't talk to you, don't be offended. This has been a horrible tragedy." Earlier tonight, I sat down with West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey just hours after we learned of Beckstrom's passing. Take a listen.
Super
a lot
sad.
of people don't realize that, but she volunteered to be in the district, and here we are on Thanksgiving, and we're talking about this heinous act that deprived her of her life. So I would say that a lot of the people are very angry.
Wow, so she didn't even need to be there. She volunteered it. She was there because she wanted to do something to help out. That makes it even worse.
A lot of people ask the questions, why? Why? This was a kid that really, the unit, her colleagues, they loved her. I mean, they really did. And so it just is very deeply disturbing to a lot of people in West Virginia.
And tonight, National Guardsmen, first responders, you see them there line the streets as Beckstrom's body was taken from the hospital to the coroner's office near L'Enfant Plaza. That's the video of the procession to escort her. Christian Flores was our first reporter on the scene of the shooting Wednesday. He joins us live from MedStar Washington Hospital, where that processional for the National Guardsmen ended. Christian, we turn to you now with the very latest.
On Thanksgiving as well. That is just, this is just,
Yeah, a little more than an hour ago, a convoy of first responders lined up to honor the fallen troop. It really has been a very emotional day out here, understandably so. And this is a tragedy that has really struck everyone and sent shockwaves all across the country. And this investigation also spans coast to coast.
She's just passed away. She's no longer with us. She's looking down at us right now.
A tragic turn in the shooting of 2 National Guard troops in D.C. During his Thanksgiving address, President Trump confirming 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom has died.
hopefully the other one, the guy, hopefully he makes it, To lose both of them would just be a massive, I mean, it's already a tragedy.
Highly respected, young, magnificent person. Started service in June of 2023. Outstanding in every way.
24-year-old Andrew Wolf fighting for his life in the hospital. These members of the West Virginia National Guard stationed in D.C. to perform high-visibility patrols as part of the White House's crime-fighting strategy in the city.
Scary, thinking that one of our people are down there getting hurt, so.
Yeah.
Especially as somebody that works hard and goes to work every day and gets hurt like that.
You get the shirt off his back to somebody. He's just a really good guy. We always looked out for each other. Best neighbor you could ask for, really. It really
just seems like senseless, doesn't it? It just seems like this guy picked 2 random people and just, shot at them. Like 2 people minding their own business, at work.
caught us off guard, really close to home.
Their lives, their families' lives are all changed forever.
Yeah.
Because one person decided to do this horrific and evil thing.
Somber moments. Let's start moving! Oh, a little more than 24 hours after chaos descended upon D.C., just blocks from the White House.
Very simple word, bedlam. Many people were walking down saying service members were just shot, the National Guardsmen, so there was a concern. Our restaurant was put on lockdown.
Law enforcement leaders confirming the suspect, 29-year-old Ramanella Lockenwall, drove to D.C. from Washington State to allegedly carry out the shooting, what they're calling an ambush targeting the 2 troops.
Does he have any links to certain organizations? Hopefully they're looking into that.
He's charged with assault and possession of a firearm. Detectives have interviewed his family as well as potential associates in San Diego.
It is an ongoing investigation of terrorism. Make no mistake about it. We were able to serve search warrants literally overnight and through the night.
All night.
And we were able to hit the house in Washington State. During that process, we seized numerous electronic devices to include cell phones, laptops, iPads, and other material that is being analyzed as we speak.
You picked the wrong target, the wrong city, and the wrong country, and you will be sorry for the violence and the evil that you perpetrated in our nation's capital.
And with tonight's developments, more charges are expected for the suspect. You just heard from U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro in that same press conference. She says that she will charge first-degree murder in the event of a death in this case. Reporting live in Northwest D.C.
I mean, he should get the death penalty for sure. For sure.
Christian Flores, 7 News.
Christian, thank you. Speaking of the U.S. Attorney for the district, she announced that the suspected shooter will be facing 3 counts of assault with intent to kill while armed and a charge of possession of a firearm during a crime of violence. Pirro says the 29-year-old Afghan national entered the United States in 2021 under Operation Allies Welcome. That was an effort coordinated by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to support Afghan resettlement in the U.S. during the Biden administration. Pirro says the suspect's residence is in Washington State and that he traveled again all the way from there to D.C. to ambush the 2 guardsmen.
We will not stop until we interview anyone and everyone associated with the subject, the house, and every piece of his life.
And that is FBI.
I'm just trying to think, like, so maybe it was something to do with, you know, what happened in Afghanistan, you know, during the Iraq war potentially, like, maybe. I don't know. I'm just clutching at straws here, thinking why he's done
Director
this.
Kesh Patel says search warrants were executed at the suspect's home in Washington State and in San Diego, where he has ties. That gun that was used here was sent to a lab as well in Quantico. Tonight, the president has ordered a nationwide review of green cards held by immigrants from what his administration calls countries of concern. And you see the tweet here. When asked about what the countries of concern are, officials pointed to a list of 19 from a June proclamation that included Afghanistan, Iran, and Venezuela. The president has also asked for 500 additional National Guard troops to be deployed here to D.C. following the shooting. More than 2,000 National Guard soldiers and airmen from 6 states and D.C. were on duty in the district as part of the Joint Task Force with safety top of mind. We'll, of course, continue to follow this case as any new developments unfold. In the meantime, take out your phone and you can scan that QR.
Man, such a horrible story. Such a horrible story. You know, it's just been Thanksgiving a couple of days ago. You know, we're heading into the main holiday season, Christmas. And it's like you just have, you know, people determined to bring evil into the world, you know, to bring the mood down, to destroy families, to, you know, it's just such an evil, selfish thing that this guy did. I just hope that they figure out why he did it, and hopefully it's not part of a bigger thing, you know. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.